Welcome back to another segment of Flow with Tarot. Thank you for being so patient with me. I know that it has been a minute, it has been about 2 weeks. I've been in the middle of moving, okay? So I am here almost settled and settled back into videos and doing episodes and all that for both channels. By the way, if you did not know that I had another channel, I do. It's Unleashed Alchemy TV. All right, in addition to this Magic in Motion channel. So check me out also over on Unleashed Alchemy TV. So much more spiritual wisdom for you. All right. So let's just get into pulling another card. And again, this is not a reading necessarily. I am just walking you through my process of getting familiar with a new tarot deck, which is what this is. This is the Mahogany Tarot that I actually found on Etsy by Kashira Hickson is the designer. And it's Mahogany Tarot, and it is the melanated version of the Rider Waite tarot deck. Okay, so let us go through and just choose a card. Okay, so this is the Ace of Cups that we are talking about today. And so the Ace of Cups reminds us to not make things difficult. Okay, so it reminds us to not make things difficult. All right. It also reminds us to be absolutely and positively sure about what we desire. It reminds us to not be wishy washy about what we desire. First of all, why are we wishy washy about what we want? Because there is this thing that we've been programmed to consider when we are considering what we want. And what is that thing? That thing is called being realistic. Okay? We shoot down our own desire because of what we think and what we've been programmed to think being realistic is. What is realistic to one person may not be realistic for you. And so what happens is we'll say, oh, well, you know what? I want this one thing, but mm, that's not really realistic. So maybe I don't want that. Maybe I just want this thing over here. That's being wishy washy because of the programmed idea of being realistic. You being realistic is accepting those higher visions. You being realistic is accepting those downloads that take you beyond where you're at right now. That is being realistic because you are giving a pathway to your soul, for your being to be expressed, for your true being to be expressed. Okay? So be sure about what you want. When you are desiring something, say out loud what you want. Don't keep it in your head. Now, when I say out loud, I'm not talking about telling everyone because, quite frankly, there are just some things where it will better serve you to keep it to yourself because people are so gung ho about being realistic that they will attempt to put a cap on what you want because they've put a cap on what they want because they're trying to be realistic. Well, their realism has nothing to do with you. Okay. If you have made a choice, if you have made a decision to say, you know what, when my visions come up, I'm accepting them. When what I desire comes into my body, comes into my mind, my consciousness, that is what I'm going with. That is my new standard. If my desire, if I have was driving down the road and I had a desire that said, you know what would be nice? Is if I can just keep driving and do this all the time. If I can just keep traveling. and not have to be back somewhere at a certain amount of time, where my time is so free, where I'm so free in my life. I can jump in my car and take a road trip at any time if I feel like it. If I don't feel like getting on a plane, I don't have to. I can just get in my car and go. If you have said that, if that desire has come into your consciousness, then let that be it. You don't have to water it down. You don't have to sanitize it. You don't have to put it in a box. Stop putting your desires in a box. Say what you want out loud, because your words go out into the ethers and they accomplish what you desire. They accomplish what you say. Your words are like soldiers, and they go out and do what you say, so that your surroundings conform to what you say. That is what the Ace of Cups is reminding us. With our desire, we also don't have to force. When we say what we want, our words can be sure, but they can be soft. They can be confident. They can be powerful. They don't have to be loud. Because as you say what you want, you're activating those words in your body. Your cells conform to what you say, not just the external, but your internal conforms to what you say. That becomes your standard. That becomes how you express yourself. It becomes your expression, it becomes your identity. So you can say it soft. You can say what you desire, soft, yet powerful, yet clear. It's clear to you. Your vision is clear. So say it with clarity. No more, oh, I think I want this. I see this vision, but I don't know. No, no more of that. You're done with that. You're done with questioning your own desire. You are now sure. You're sure. You're clear. You're clear. It's clear. It's clear what you want. It's clear the next action step that you should take. You know what to do. If something needs to be done in the moment, you know. You're not unclear. See, we're trained to act like we don't know what to do. We're trained to act like we don't know what we want. When all along, what we want, what we desire, and the guidance to bring it in is already a part of us. So that's what that hand is showing us. We've been granted the desire because it is a part of us. We've been granted the guidance because it is in us, it is a part of us. The Ace of Cups comes in smooth. So that's what I'm getting. Smooth. Desires come in smooth. Desires come in easeful. Desires come in. When they come in, it's not a surprise because your body has already conformed to that standard, because remember, you've already spoken it. So your body is already resting in that. Your nervous system is already accustomed to that standard before you even see it in the physical. So when it's handed to you, you'll recognize it and you'll say, yeah, that's what's supposed to happen, because that's what I called in. So that's what I feel with this Ace of Cups right now. There's a lot of confidence here, there's a lot of clarity here. Surety here. Yeah, surety and clarity in your desires and in the guidance. Yeah. All right. Let me know what your takeaways are in the comments from the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is a magical card. Well, they're all magical, I think. Tarot just in itself is such a powerful, energetic, spiritual tool that you can add to your practice. It is not here, tarot, and let me put this down because now I'm talking about tarot in general. You don't need a little piece of paper to tell you what to do. Okay? It's a piece of paper. However, it is an energetic tool that allows you to recognize patterns in your energy, patterns in your behavior, patterns in how you are showing up in the world. That is what tarot is for, to help you recognize where you have perhaps energetic leaks, perhaps where there's energy in your life that you are not aware of that you need to address. Energetic loops that helps you recognize that, it helps you to be conscious of that. It's just so many things with tarot that you can implement into your spiritual practice. Okay, um, but just remember that. Keep that in mind. Okay. Also, I do tarot readings. Okay. Check out in the way that I do the readings. They are 60 minutes, and it is a 4 card spread that I do. And after the spread, or after the reading, I should say, oh, the readings are video. Okay. You have to see me, I have to see you. Show up for yourself. All right. Um, and then after the reading, you'll get a summary of the reading along with the cards and steps that you can take. Okay. Practical steps that you can start to take from the reading. All right. So check out my website and book a reading with me. All right. I'd be happy to support you on your spiritual practice or your spirituality, your spiritual life. All right. And until next time, flow with tarot. Be magical. Be confident. I keep going back to that. Be confident in what you desire. All right. Be confident in your rituals. Be confident in your spells. All right. Later.